Assalamualaikum, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Emaan Fatima and today in this video we are going to know about sentence structure. So let's start without a further delay. Sentence structures are of three types: simple, compound and complex sentences. These three sentence structures are formed from clauses. If you haven't watched my clauses video yet, I'll give you the link of that video in my description. Go and check out that video. Now let's start by knowing what is simple sentence. सिंपल सेंटेंस का स्ट्रक्चर है सब्जेक्ट प्लस वर्ब एंड इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग इट इज़ द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ मेन क्लॉज एज वेल. तो हम कह सकते हैं कि सिंपल सेंटेंस इज फॉर्म्ड बाय वन मेन क्लॉज. सिंपल सेंटेंस एक मेन क्लॉज से बनता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, माई ब्रदर स्पीक्स लाउडली, मेरा भाई तेज बोलता है. अब ये क्या है? इट इज़ अ मेन क्लॉज विच कंसिस्ट द सब्जेक्ट वर्ब कॉम्बिनेशन. हेंस क्योंकि ये मेन क्लॉज है और ये सिंपल सेंटेंस का स्ट्रक्चर भी फॉलो करता है, तो हम कहते हैं दैट इट इज़ अ सिंपल सेंटेंस. राइट, नाउ लेट्स सी मोर एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ सिंपल सेंटेंस. Examples. The first example is I am writing a letter. मैं खत लिख रही हूँ. It is a simple sentence because it consists of just one main clause. The second example is he is playing with my toys. वो मेरे खिलौनों के साथ खेल रहा है. It is also a simple sentence because it has just one main clause. The third example is they will lose the match. वो मैच हार जाएंगे. It consists of just one main clause. Hence, it is a simple sentence. Fourth example is she is going to the park. वो पार्क जा रही है. It is also a simple sentence because it consists just one main clause. Last and the fifth example is we are making the project. हम प्रोजेक्ट बना रहे हैं. It is also a simple sentence because it is just one main clause. Now let's move on to compound sentences and study them. कंपाउंड सेंटेंस. कंपाउंड सेंटेंस का स्ट्रक्चर है सब्जेक्ट प्लस वर्ब लिंक्ड विद इन अदर सब्जेक्ट प्लस वर्ब. कंपाउंड सेंटेंस में दो मेन क्लॉजेस होते हैं कनेक्टेड टू ईच अदर थ्रू कोऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजक्शंस. अब कोऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजक्शंस क्या होते हैं? कोऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजक्शंस आर वर्ड्स यूज्ड टू जॉइन टू मेन क्लॉजेस. दो मेन क्लॉजेस को कनेक्ट करने के लिए कोऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजक्शन का यूज़ किया जाता है. इट मीन्स इन सिंपल कंपाउंड sentences consist of two main clause or compound sentence is formed by two main clauses. Let's see examples. Examples. The first example is I woke up early in the morning, still I was late. मैं सुबह जल्दी उठी फिर भी मुझे देर हो गई. The first I woke up early in the morning is a main clause and I was late is also a main clause. In here, two main clauses are connected through a coordinating conjunction which is still. So what we are gonna say कि ये main clause दूसरे main clause से connected है through a coordinating conjunction. Hence this is called a compound sentence. Now let's move on to the second example. Second example is our car was not working so we took a taxi. हमारी कार काम नहीं कर रही थी तो हमने एक टैक्सी कर ली. Our car was not working is a main clause and we took a taxi is also a main clause which are connected to each other through coordinating conjunction which is used so. तो यहाँ पे ये sentence बन रहा है with the help of two main clauses connected to each other through a coordinating conjunction. So we are considering this example as a compound sentence. Now let's move on to the third example. The third example is they are playing in the garden until the sun sets. वो गार्डन में खेल रहे हैं जब तक सूरज गुरूब नहीं हो जाता. They are playing in the garden is the main clause and the sun sets is also a main clause connected to each other through a coordinating conjunction which is until. Now, because it consists of two main clauses connected to each other through coordinating conjunction, hence we are considering this example as a compound sentence. So now let's move on to the fourth example. Fourth example is I like tea and Lisa likes coffee. मुझे टी पसंद है और लीज़ा को कॉफ़ी पसंद है. I like tea is the main clause and Lisa likes coffee is also the main clause, and these two main clauses are connected to each other through a coordinating conjunction which is and. So now this example consists of two main clauses which are bonded to each other through a coordinating conjunction. So we are considering this example as a compound sentence. So now let's move on to the next example, which is the fifth and last example of compound sentences. The fifth and the last example is we looked everywhere for Sarah but we couldn't find her. हमने सारा के लिए हर जगह देखा पर हम उसे ढूंढ नहीं पाए. We looked everywhere for Sarah is the main clause and we couldn't find her is also a main clause, and these two main clauses are connected to each other through a coordinating conjunction which is but. So it consists of two main clauses joined together through a coordinating conjunction. So it is a compound sentence. Now we are clear with the compound sentences. So now let's move on and discuss what is complex sentence. कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस. कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस का स्ट्रक्चर है मेन क्लॉज प्लस सब ऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज. मेन क्लॉज कौन सा होता है? जो कि कंप्लीट मीनिंग कन्वे करता है, एंड सब ऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज इज द क्लॉज विच डू नॉट मेक अ कंप्लीट मीनिंग. नाउ कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस की क्या डेफिनेशन होगी? दैट इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ वन मेन क्लॉज एंड वन सब ऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज. कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस में एक मेन क्लॉज और दूसरा सब ऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज कनेक्टेड होते हैं. कनेक्टेड किसकी हेल्प से होते हैं? दे आर कनेक्टेड टू ईच अदर थ्रू अ सब ऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजक्शन. जैसे कंपाउंड सेंटेंस में दो मेन क्लॉजेस को कनेक्ट करने के लिए कोऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजक्शन का यूज़ किया जाता है, वैसे ही कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस में मेन क्लॉज को सब ऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज के साथ कनेक्ट करने के लिए सब ऑर्डिनेटिंग कंजक्शन का यूज़ किया जाता है. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द एग्जाम्पल्स फॉर योर बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. Examples. The first example is I will eat the dinner when the guest will arrive. मैं खाना तब खाऊंगी जब गेस्ट पहुंच जाएंगे. I will eat the dinner is the main clause because it convey the complete meaning, and when the guest will arrive is a subordinate clause because it does not convey its complete thought. So when is the subordinating conjunction which is used here to join the main clause with the subordinating clause. Hence we are considering this example as a complex sentence because it consists of one main clause and one subordinate clause joined together with the help of subordinating conjunction. So now let's move on to the next example. The second example is we will play games if our work got finished on time. हम games खेलेंगे अगर हमारा काम वक्त पर हो गया. We will play games is the main clause which is conveying its complete thought. On the other hand, if our work got finished on time is the subordinate clause which does not convey its complete meaning. Hence these two clauses are joined to each other through subordinating conjunction on the basis that it consists of two clauses, one subordinate clause and one main clause connected to each other through a subordinating conjunction. We are considering this example as a complex sentence. So now let's move on to the third example of complex sentence. The third example is after I had lunch, I went to sleep. Lunch करने के बाद मैं सोने चली गई. After I had lunch is the subordinate clause because it does not convey its complete thought. On the other hand, I went to sleep is the main clause because it is conveying its complete meaning, and these two clauses are joined to each other through subordinating conjunction. Hence, we are considering this example as a complex sentence because it consists of two clauses, one main clause and one subordinate clause joined with the help of subordinating conjunction. So now let's move on to the fourth example of complex sentence. The fourth example is they can go wherever they want. वो जा सकते हैं जहाँ वो जाना चाहते हैं. They can go is the main clause which is completely conveying its meaning. On the other hand, wherever they want is the subordinate clause which do not convey its complete thought. These two clauses are joined to each other with the help of subordinating conjunction which is wherever. Hence we are considering this example as a complex sentence because it consists of one main clause and one subordinate clause joined to each other with the help of subordinating conjunction. So now let's move on to the fifth and last example of complex sentence. The fifth and the last example of complex sentence is although he was sick, he went to work. भले ही वो बीमार था वो काम पर गया. Although he was sick is the subordinate clause which is not conveying its complete thought. On the other hand, he went to work is the main clause which is completely conveying its meaning. And these two clauses are joined together with the help of a subordinating conjunction which is although. Hence, we are considering this example as a complex sentence because it consists of one main clause and one subordinate clause joined to each other with the help of a subordinating conjunction. It's all about the sentence structure. I hope that you get all about simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. Thanks for watching my video. Like, share, drop a comment down and don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for all the updates. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.